Hey, what's up, comic book collectors? It's Christopher, aka the Bronze Age Nerd, and we're back with another top 5 not to buy. In this series of videos, I take a look at the Key Collector Trending 20, the CBSI Hot 10, and Cover Price Top 10, and I pick what I think are the 5 worst books on those lists. I go over my reasons why, and then 3 months later, 6 months later, and 1 year later, I track the prices on those books to see how they perform. All right, let's jump right into the number 5 book on the list, and that is Spawn 1 by Todd McFarlane. I love Spawn 1. I think it's a great book. I've picked up copies whenever I can, but I'm not going to be doing it the next couple weeks. And here's why. The reason this book is trending right now is because there is a Todd McFarlane CGC in-house signing event coming up. Because of that signing, people are picking up this book because they want to send it in to get it signed by Todd McFarlane, which makes sense. The problem is there hasn't really been a spike in Spawn #1 for a couple of years now. About a year and a half, 2 years ago, it started to pick up a little bit. And it's kind of been steady ever since then. Well, now there's a bunch of people rushing to pick up those copies, so the price is going to bump up a little bit. So if you don't need it for a CGC signing, go ahead and wait. Book 2 is going to be Sensational She-Hulk #1, another great book that I've picked up copies of whenever I can. But the She-Hulk show is in the middle of its run right now, and reactions are extremely mixed. It seems like people either love or hate She-Hulk. I'm not getting into that in this video, but what I'll tell you is I don't really see the values of her books skyrocketing anytime soon, so I don't think this is the best time to buy this book. I bet you these books are going to drop pretty steadily right after the show. There's going to be some new fans out there, though, so I actually think that some people will be seeking this book out, but I really don't think values are going to continue to climb for Savage She-Hulk #1, Sensational She-Hulk #1, all those big She-Hulk keys. I will say some of the covers later in this run, the jump rope, you know, all the infamous covers in this run, I think those are going to start to climb a little bit because they've become a little bit more infamous and have a little bit more of a spotlight on them. All right, number 3 on the list, we have Thunderbolts #1 from 2022, the Paulo Segura 125 variant. You know, with CBSI and their Hot 10 list, they really are seemingly reporting on all the hot books that are out there right now. And if this one's going for 45, 50 bucks like they claim, that definitely is an issue to me because this book doesn't really seem to have much going for it other than kind of a cool cover. And cool covers are awesome, but there's a lot of cool covers out there, especially on ratio variants. So I expect this one to do the standard ratio dip. Now, here's the little bonus tip. If you think this is cool, maybe wait another year or so to pick up this book, and then before we get some more Thunderbolts announcements, scoop it up when it's back down in price, and you'll probably get a profit that way on it. Another book that lands on the report this week from CBSI's Hot 10 list is Black Panther 22, which is the first appearance of Eric Killmonger as Black Panther. Now, we do have the Black Panther movie a couple months away, as Ben points out on the Hot 10 list, and I think that's very interesting timing. There is a chance we could see Killmonger return, but I tend to agree with Ben in the way he wrote up this article. There's probably not much chance that we have for Killmonger to make a return this soon in the standard MCU. If we receive the Eric Killmonger from the What If in the multiverse somehow in live action, that wouldn't surprise me too much, or another version of Eric Killmonger. But I really have, you know, little faith that they're going to bring back that old version of Killmonger. I know that I tend to be of the mind that the character we saw in the trailer is Shuri in armor, based on a Lego minifigure that kind of matches up to me from what I can tell. So anyways, I don't think this is going to pan out for people, but I am curious what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. The final book on the list this week is Defender 17, which is the first appearance of the Wrecking Crew in Cameo. Obviously, they just made an appearance last week in She-Hulk. That appearance was definitely controversial. A lot of people did not enjoy it. And this is kind of more for the haters of this list, the people that say that I'm only trying to, you know, drive the price down on books I want, that kind of thing. I own Defender 17. I would love to sell it. It's not a copy that I really plan on keeping for the rest of my life as part of my collection. You know, I enjoyed it while I had it. I'm ready to move on, and I'm telling you not to buy it. And now would be the perfect time to sell it. So, you know, maybe I'll even sell it right now, but I'm still recommending people not buy it. So take it with a grain of salt. So here's the thing. I think Wrecking Crew might come back. Like at the end of She-Hulk, I could see them getting super powered and charged up. If that happens, obviously this is going to be a bad pick. One of the picks every week, I try to make it a little bit more controversial. If the Wrecking Crew gets like superpowers and they still have that technology that they had in that episode, then you could see the Wrecking Crew become a important member of the MCU going forward. But I don't really think that's going to happen. I think it was a one and done, and maybe they'll come back for a different show. I guess we'll have to wait and see. If you want to check out any of my older content, go check that out. Also, you can follow me on all my social media down below. There's also some discount codes if you want to save some money on comics, comic supplies, comic pressing, all kinds of fun stuff down there. If you do want to support the channel, becoming a channel member is a great way to do that. I do have a list of my channel members on the screen right now. These people are awesome, and they help keep me going as I do things like subscription services for COVRPRICE and for CLZ and all that fun stuff. So thank you so much for the people that support the channel. And until next time, I want to remind you, as always, hey, 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 hey. Read comics every day.